Hello, hello. It is time for Nails Over Coffee. And I'm rocking the Disneyland cup today, so I'll let everybody get filtered in here while I get the camera turned around and all that good stuff. Hello, everybody joining in. Oh, I look lovely today. Lovely, lovely. Yeah, you can tell it's just a work at home day. Hi, and today I have my Disneyland cup because I would really love to be in Disneyland today. I don't know about you guys, but I could certainly use some hanging out at the park. For those of you who don't know, I'm recovering from surgery, and today is a bit of a pain day, so that's why I maybe don't look quite as finished as normal. I actually look really tired, you can tell. But we do have a few good things to talk about here. I'm going to let everybody get filtered on in. One of the first things that I want to talk about is just some different Facebook group things, which are some of the more active groups that you might want to join and follow. And I'm also going to talk a little bit about how to follow a post. A post in Nail Professionals Technical made me think of this, and a follow-up on the CYO Gel trial that I did a little over 2 weeks ago. So, all right, well, now I think we're probably about as good as we're going to get here for a minute. So on the note of following posts in groups, this was posted in Nail Professionals Technical group, and that actually made me think of it. So it's probably something I'll cover quite a bit on here. But a lot of times you'll see people put a dot in the comments or an F or a little set of feet or something to show that they're following the post, which kind of starts cluttering up the comments thread, especially if it's something that you're trying to search for somebody. I'm going to adjust this light. Holy mackerel, that does not look good. Okay, maybe that's not working. The best thing to do is if you go to where you can like edit the content or the post, where you can edit privacy or those kind of things. If you go to that, you can select turning on notifications for this post. And then you'll get to see whenever anybody else comments on it, but you won't have put anything in the comment feed. So you can turn notifications for posts on and off by that little selection. And also, if you comment on something and then it goes like way off the rails and you're like, I'm done listening to this crap, and you're tired of seeing the notifications, you can do the same thing to turn off the notifications for a post you had already commented on. So that's a nifty little tool that I use lots and lots and lots with all the groups I follow. I saw, for anybody who missed the Ask Me Anything on Sunday night, I'm not posting the replay because it sort of loses it without the chat bubbles that you see on the Periscope and Periscope replay. I will probably archive it somewhere on University of Nails at some point, but we'll just wait another month or two and we'll do another one, and then we'll have a set for a whole different, I'm glad you liked it. We'll have a set for a whole different group of questions from people. And so maybe some of the questions and answers will be the same, but maybe some of them will be different. So we'll just do it again in a couple of months. If you missed it, don't worry about it. It was a heck of a lot of fun though. So when there is another one, you want to tune in because it was kind of a fun conversation, especially not being limited to how much time we had. We actually took an hour and a half. And so that was a lot of fun too. The CYO Gel trials, I'll go ahead and pull up some pictures. I'm going to post these pictures in the album on the Nail Tech Facebook group. But so this is 2 weeks from my comparison that I did with CYO Gel mixed with CYO color versus actual CYO veneer in the same color. And the veneer held up significantly better. And in fact, I mean, the CYO Gel did okay. It did okay, especially considering it's on super short nails. But what my tester noticed was that it didn't add strength to her nails like a gel polish normally does. So it really was functioning more like a polish than like a gel. So that's kind of interesting to note. And she normally wears shellac. And so this time that I had put CYO veneer on her was the first time she had worn veneer. And she said that she felt like the veneer was significantly stronger than shellac. She said she felt a lot more like it was a gel overlay on her nail than the shellac gel polish. So I think we all get kind of caught up in that whole, it's the same. It's a polish color thing we put on and it lasts. And you can see her pinky. That was her natural nail tour. We will, here's a close-up of the CYO gel. And you can see, yeah, you know what I mean? Just her chipping across the board. Whereas veneer is still all pretty much intact. So I'm interested to try with my same guinea pig, the Tough Enough Nails, poly polish. I'm interested in trying, to see, in fact, so I can make sure that it's an actual comparison. I'm going to use the same CYO, color that I used for this. And so I can see on the same person. So hopefully it'll be the same. And I did finally get an answer back from Lisa Comfort about the Charisma Nail Innovations mix, gel polish mix. She said that they were having some problems with either the supplier or the mix. They were having some sort of a problem with it. So they pulled it off their website and they are doing some repackaging and everything. And so it'll be back. So that's why they have everything else, but not that right now. The other thing that I did learn from the CYO gel though, is their top coat, the gel top coat is amazing. It doesn't yellow. It's super shiny. Their top coat for using over, if you do gel polish, any brand, because if you're going to drill it off, it doesn't matter, any brand over enhancements. Oh my gosh, the CYO gel top coat is amazing and very inexpensive. So if nothing else, I'll put the promo code and the website link in the comments below for this on Facebook. If nothing else, if you're looking for a good sealant solution for gel polish or just straight, I've used it on my straight pink and white acrylic clients. It is amazing. It's super shiny, super hard, and yeah, it totally rocks. And when you break it down price per bottle, it ends up being like $4 for a 1/2 ounce bottle. Hello, can't beat that. So as compared to some of the other brands I was using were $15, $16, $20 a bottle for a 1/2 ounce bottle. This is $4. So yeah, I'm absolutely in love with the CYO gel top coat. So that's going to be my current fave now that it's gone through the testings on that. So the CNTC, the Canadian Nail Tech Connection, has had a lot of good stuff going on. There was some mention of what brand of gold stamping polish is the best, and pretty overwhelmingly everybody answered the Moyu London Gold polish. So I am interested to try that when I get some more Moyu London plates. There's a couple other answers. People said Essie was really good. I can't wait to get into a spot where I can see all the caption colors again all lined up. I hadn't seen them since the Willamette Valley Nail event last year. And there's so much going on at a show that I sort of missed out on some of those finer points. So really excited to find a good gold polish and a gold stamping polish. But the Moyu London one was pretty much agreed upon, that everybody said that it was the best gold stamping polish. Yeah, the caption polishes did go really fast at Willamette Valley Nail event last year too. Oh, speaking of that, If you are planning, if you already know what shows you're going to this year, if you know that you're going to Willamette Valley Nail Event, if you know that you're going to networking event of the Smokies, if you know that you're going to any of the Texas, the best little nail show in Texas, if you know, especially not necessarily the big shows. ISSE and Premiere and those kind of places, they kind of plan for this stuff. But if you know you're going to any of the smaller nail event shows, please, 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 I encourage you, please go online and buy your tickets as soon as possible. Not only because you save the money from buying them earlier, but it really, really, really helps the event organizers out with getting everything done ahead of time so they can get deposits paid and things booked and those kind of things way in advance. And so the earlier you buy your ticket, the better show we end up with for us. So make sure that if there's something on the calendar for this year that you know you're going to go to, please make sure to get your ticket as soon as possible. I'm guilty of this too. I'm not going to lie. But after seeing Kristen talk about it and some of the other things talk about it, getting the tickets set up for those nail events. I know that the tickets are already on sale for Gatlinburg from Jill, right? Please just get those tickets soon because that really does help the event organizers a bunch. And so that's on my to-do list this week also. So I brought up a post in the nail group. This was kind of fun. So we see on all these nail art videos, the chevron vinyl stickers or the little, see how much are the tickets? I think they're 45, maybe. To be honest with you, I don't remember. It's not very much. 45, yeah. They're really the best educational value for your money by far is until February 29th, 45. Is the small networking events for nail techs, because even though they're smaller shows, you get so much more personal time with each one of the booths and the educators. I spent probably at least an hour with Amy Becker in the Masterworks booth at Willamette Valley Nail Event last year. I got to see Tanya Sisson do some amazing nail art stuff with C&D additives that I had previously just only seen on videos, and I got to see it live. Because there's so few people compared to vendors, you really get some super one-on-one time. When you go to one of the big shows like a Nail Pro Sacramento, like even a bigger nail show, you can't get within 15 feet of Greg from Young Nails because he is such a good presenter. There's people everywhere. Well, at the Willamette Valley Nail Event, I was able to walk up a person deep and be able to look right down on the stamping and everything he was doing. It made a huge difference. So definitely, if you're kind of stuck with the whole, I'm not sure, I can only afford one thing and I can't afford a whole lot, please make one of the networking events what you go to, because the level of education you get for the money is so amazing for nail techs. So back to what I was saying though. So we see all these videos with people who have like the round swirly things that they use as a stencil and they polish on and then they peel it all off and they have spirals on their nails or whatever. We all see those videos, right? So I wanted to know, specifically, I started out the question with, that's exactly what I'm about to talk about, is my post from last night on the nail group. So the nail group is my group, and I'm going to go through and add some more people to it when I get a chance. But, so we were talking about the chevron tapes and those kind of things. Well, I said, please, somebody give me a website. I don't want to have to go to Sally's because I hate going to that place. And, there's got to be professional places where we can buy this. And it's always cheaper than having to go to some place that the public can also use. Well, in the nail group, I got two really fantastic answers. One of them, Nellie Neal let us know, Snail Vinyls. It's Snail, Snail, vinyls.com. And they have packs that have different kinds of these sheets of stencils, and you can use some of the inside ones for the little crisscrossy ones so that they work as chevrons. And oh my God, it's amazing. And they're fairly inexpensive. They're like $8.99 for a sheet. Yes, just like Jamie said, my wallet screamed when I saw that website. Vivian from Dazzle Dry also answered with What's Up Nails. It's just like it sounds, WHATSUP nails.com. And they're an online nail art store. And they have jelly stampers and plates and vinyls and stencils and oh my, again, my wallet shrieked. They were a little more expensive for same than the Snail Vinyls. So if you're looking for just vinyl, stencils, I would probably check out the Snail Vinyls one. But if you're looking for a lot of different thing, the What's Up Nails was just, oh. And then I saw on Jessica Briermoon, she posted, I'll try and find the link for it. She posted, so a lot of times, I don't know, especially up here in the Northwest where we do a lot of 12th manicures, but I'm sure everybody does their fair share of football or sports team manicures elsewhere in the country. There was a website that pays the licensing and has decals of the, logos. So in my case, for the Hawks, it was the Hawk head, and the 12th man and the eyes from the hawk. And they were really inexpensive. For a sheet of 20, I think it was like $3 for these super thin nail decals. I'll find the website and I'll get that up under this post too. I think that that's going to help. If we have those kind of things and we're not having to search for them and we have them on hand, we can practice and, we can practice, and that way we can, 12th man people, like I said, football fans, sports fans will gladly pay extra to have something amazing. And for a sheet for $3 of these hawk heads or whatever it wasn't that expensive. I think with shipping and everything, I spent $20 and I got quite a few sheets of things. They'll gladly pay an extra $5. Well, putting a decal on doesn't take that much more time. And, and to have it be something that's perfect because it's a decal, totally worth it. And so nail thins, that's what it's called. It's nailthins.com. So I'll get the link up in there too. So, and they had lots of other types of things too. So yeah, today's show sort of ended up being all about nail art, didn't it? Where do you guys normally buy your, like your glitter and stuff from? My favorite glitter is the, Masterworks, Amy Becker glitter. I love that it's super, super, super fine and it's really inexpensive if you pick it up at a show. But get there early because she always sells out of a bunch of colors. Like on my ring finger, I don't know if you guys can see it today, is Fairy Dust. It's one of my favorites. Lauren Wireman. Yeah, that's, I haven't had the privilege yet of being at a show where Wildflowers Supply was there with, where Lauren Wireman was there. So I'm looking forward to when I get to actually see a lot of her stuff in person. Most of what I have is videos that I've seen. So I am looking forward to seeing that. But price-wise, because like I like the Masterworks by Amy Becker because it's a huge tub and it's super inexpensive. I think it ends up being like $5 for a huge thing that lasts me like years. So I really, and I think I end up getting them, I think they're like think they're like $5 each or 5 for 20 or something like that. So it ends up being a super good deal. So the nail art thing I have the most of is glitter because it lasts forever and it ends up being really good. Lauren has specials at the shows that are amazing. Okay, good to know. So we can make sure that we're budgeting for our nail art stuff at the shows with Lauren. Yeah, that's pretty much everything that's been going on today. There's lots and lots of nail art stuff going on. Make sure that you remember to use the function on the Facebook on the post up in the corner to turn notifications on and off for things you're following. That way we don't have to clutter up lots of feed. That's an interesting question, Jamie. So I think I'm going to answer that one, even though I was about to sign off. Jamie said, who can budget for art? And that's actually a really good question because you have to build that into your cost per service. So in your pricing model, you have to build that. So even though each individual person that we're using art supplies on is in product is very little for each one person, having the selection and the things to be able to use, that does become part of our cost per service. So just like you don't track individually per person, you say, okay, every 2 weeks I go through a gallon of acetone, which is way more than anybody actually does, but for the purpose of discussion, you go ahead and you build that into what you're going to consider part of your cost per service. So that way you're saving money with every service you do with the nail art products that you have, you're contributing to the fund for the spending spree of the nail art products you're going to get. Does that make sense? So we're not just charging for nail art for the extra time. And we're not just charging for the fact that it's something we already had, so it didn't really cost us any extra. You're building that into your pricing structure so that when you go to the shows and you can get the good deals on all of those art things, you have a budget that you've already built into based on how much art you do. So maybe you set it up that out of every $30 service you do that has art, and then you do a $5 upcharge. Out of that $5, you're going to take $2 of it and you're going to earmark that $2 for buying more nail art stuff. And then you can account for that separately in your accounting. Pull it out, put it in a bank account, stick it in a coffee can, like whatever. But accounting for that, and then you have all of that you've already budgeted to spend when you go to the show. So it really is like Christmas. See? So, yeah, that was a really great question. Because if we're doing a lot of art, we should have the budget built in to continue to expand that art collection. And especially if we are like really shopping for what's going to be the best bang for our buck. I've seen Moyu London plates anywhere from $6 or $7 a plate on sale on up to $12 a plate, depending on who the distributor is. It's the same plate. So maybe you get some different